In the Kherson direction, fighters of the 123rd Separate Territorial Defense Brigade documented a moment when a Russian boat carrying a small group of 7 individuals was struck by a sea mine. According to reports, with the help of Ukrainian reconnaissance and a drone, the Russian boat was detected on the left bank of the Dnipro in Kherson Oblast as it was returning from a frontline mission to its rear positions. Next, we can see the Russian boat moving at high speed just a few meters from the shore, using reeds and grass along the bank for concealment. The boat then travels a short distance further along the river before striking a sea mine previously placed by Ukrainian Marines. The resulting detonation was extremely powerful, sending the boat's occupants into the water. Those who entered the river faced overwhelming difficulties due to their heavy gear and soaked uniforms, which pulled them down and left little chance of survival. This is exactly what is captured at the end of the video. In the Donetsk direction, fighters of the 47th Separate Mechanized Brigade, together with operators from the Strike Drone Unit, successfully neutralized a reconnaissance group of Russian forces that attempted to establish a position in one of the local residents' houses. This involved around 20 individuals conducting a covert reconnaissance operation in the vicinity of Pokers. Reports indicate that the footage shows Russian scouts moving into the house of local residents in small groups. Initially, about 8 individuals entered the building, followed later by another group of 12. Notably, this group already included individuals being carried on stretchers. Once all members had entered the house, a Ukrainian FPV drone, controlled by Ukrainian operators, carried out a precise maneuver through a broken window and neutralized the opposing forces inside. A powerful detonation followed, delivering a significant setback to the reconnaissance group. It is believed they may have been carrying munitions, which contributed to the intensity of the blast. In the Donetsk direction, fighters of the 30th Separate Mechanized Brigade released video footage capturing an unusual and striking moment. A Russian soldier left his bunker to relieve himself, unaware that he was being closely monitored by a Ukrainian reconnaissance drone. This seemingly routine action triggered the start of a focused aerial surveillance operation. Reports indicate that the drone tracked the soldier's movements immediately after he exited the shelter. As he lowered his trousers and appeared momentarily relaxed, he suddenly looked up and noticed a drone hovering silently above him, which had been tracking his movements. Realizing he had been observed, he quickly returned to the bunker, seeking cover. At that moment, Ukrainian forces deployed a device that detonated nearby. Although the initial attempt did not neutralize the target, Ukrainian fighters continued their surveillance operation. After some time, other Russian soldiers peeked out of the bunker, attempting to see if the drone had departed. Their gaze met the camera lens directly. In response, they displayed aggression, waving their arms and making provocative gestures toward the drone. Whether a nervous reaction or an act of desperate bravado, it proved to be a critical mistake, marking the turning point in the operation. Ukrainian drone operators decided to act immediately, deploying several explosive devices directly into the bunker. One after another, the detonations rocked the shelter. According to preliminary reports, the soldiers inside were neutralized. This incident underscores how even a brief moment of vulnerability can have serious consequences for opposing forces. The Ukrainian 414th Attack UAV Brigade conducted an FPV drone strike targeting Russian motorcycle units near the village of Zaporia. After the first soldier was struck by the drone, the others retreated to seek cover in the nearby wooded area. In the Donetsk direction, fighters of the 47th Separate Mechanized Brigade together with operators of the Strike Drones Company showcased a moment when a Ukrainian FPV drone struck a Russian buggy transporting personnel. Reports indicate that this successful strike not only disabled the vehicle and its occupants but also highlighted the high level of training and capability within the Ukrainian armed forces. The use of advanced technology and precise tactics continues to demonstrate their ability to effectively counter enemy actions and defend their territory. After the Ukrainian FPV drone strike, 2 Russian soldiers were seen exiting the buggy before collapsing to the ground, having sustained multiple injuries from the blast. They did not survive the incident. It is also noteworthy that this attack involved the use of Chinese-made golf carts. The reliance on such vehicles instead of Russian-produced designs highlights the challenges and shortcomings currently facing the Russian military industry, suggesting instability and limitations in the production of domestic weapons and equipment. Thrilling news from the Kherson direction, where fighters of the Griffin unmanned aerial vehicle unit of the 5001st showcased a gripping moment as they targeted Russian positions with an FPV drone. From this location, fire had been directed using an Igla man-portable air defense system against Ukrainian positions. Reports indicate the footage shows a Russian soldier with an Igla system positioned on elevated ground within one of the local residents' houses, confident in the security of his position. However, he failed to notice the incoming drone rapidly approaching. The strike was highly effective. One Russian soldier was neutralized instantly, while 3 others nearby were thrown into disarray amid flying debris, sustaining serious injuries. The video, captured by 2 unmanned aerial vehicles, the observer drone and the strike drone itself, serves as clear evidence of this dramatic event. First, the observer drone's footage shows the strike drone detonating with a powerful blast against the Russian-held building, reducing it to fragments. Then, the tense final moments recorded by the drone itself reveal its last seconds as it speeds toward the target, spreading fear and confusion among the Russian forces. In the occupied Kherson region, Ukraine's 34th Coastal Defense Brigade tracked the location of Russian UAV operators. When one operator realized a Ukrainian drone was observing him, he panicked and quickly retreated into his house. Ukrainian FPV drones swiftly launched an offensive, directing 3 strikes at the building believed to be housing the operators. The first strike created an opening in the house's window. Immediately, an FPV drone flew inside, following up on the initial breach. After a series of rapid, intense attacks, a 3rd drone delivered the decisive strike. None of the Russian soldiers inside were able to get out. A Russian soldier caught by a Ukrainian FPV drone found himself in a hopeless situation. No weapon, no cover, just an open road. He tried to escape with a few quick maneuvers. And for a moment, it seemed he might succeed, but the Ukrainian drone operator refused to give up. After a long chase, the soldier couldn't escape his fate. Ukraine's 34th Coastal Defense Brigade successfully targeted Russian drone operators in the occupied Kherson region. The location of the operators was identified, and a strike was conducted using a high-explosive loitering munition. Ukraine's 210th Special Purpose Battalion carried out a direct FPV drone strike on the basement of a 9-story building where, according to reports, several Russian soldiers were positioned. A Ukrainian fiber-optic FPV drone engaged a Russian soldier who was walking nearby, unaware of the imminent threat. The operation was conducted by the Kalibri unit of the 152nd Jaeger Brigade on the Pokrovsk front. A Russian soldier remained motionless, hoping to avoid detection by the Ukrainian drone. However, the drone operator had already identified his position. As the drone quickly advanced, the soldier was unable to evade in time. A Ukrainian MiG-29 fighter jet, utilizing a US-supplied GBU-62G precision-guided bomb, carried out a powerful and accurate strike on a Russian base in southern Ukraine.